Hello there. Dawn Reinhardt coming in. And it is my day to read you from the book, The Chapters from ICU. This is by author Julie Lee, and we have been reading these every Sunday. So if you have missed any chapters, please let me know, because to make it easier to find every chapter from this series, I have posted them all on YouTube, and I can give you the link, and then you can go watch them in order and catch up. Because this is a book about how connection, or how compassion and connections save lives, and they do. We should be far more compassionate and more connected with those around us. COVID locked everybody in, as we know, for a very long time. And you don't know whose life you could honestly be saving through compassion and connection. So let's dive right in. Today is chapter 10. We are the light. Happiness can be found in the darkest of times if we only remember to turn on the light. Albus Dumbledore in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I'm no science prodigy. I was the girl in the back of the science class, staring intently at the clock, begging for the hands to rotate faster. When people start geeking out over science, or worse, technology, I feel my eyes begin to roll in the back of my head out of sheer exhaustion. I didn't stand in that line in heaven. However, the scientific concept of light became important to me when depression and anxiety made me feel dark. I look at light differently now. Christmas lights, candles, the sun. I love light. The cool thing about light is we cannot see color without light. We see color when the reflection of the light bounces off an object and enters our cornea. For example, when we see a yellow banana, what we are actually seeing is the reflection of light bouncing off the banana and coming back through our cornea, which results in the color yellow. Light creates color. The symbolic implication of this piece of information makes me want to geek out over science. It's that cool. Tim Ballard helped me see light in a whole new way. The power of light. I wanted Tim, the founder of Operation Underground Railroad, or OUR, to write the foreword of this book for a reason. Tim is a former Homeland Security operative who decided to leave his government job to start a nonprofit organization to rescue children from sex trafficking. There are a few more jobs more important than Tim's. Throughout his years of service, Tim has gone undercover as someone seeking to buy children for sex. As you can imagine, he has interacted with some of the most darkest human beings on the planet. To keep his cover, Tim befriends them. Tim has seen darkness. This is why he is such an advocate of finding light. I have listened to Tim give several public addresses on the subject of finding light. As someone who is fascinated with the idea of light in both literal and figurative sense, I love conversations about it. Tim often shares the story of two kids he met at a staged orphanage in Haiti. These kids can teach us about light. During the mission, Tim held a 3-year-old boy who he agreed to buy. He walked around the orphanage with the child in his arms, scouting out the location. He noticed a shadow. A terrified girl was following close behind. Her name was Colleen. Not wanting to draw attention to himself, Tim gave Colleen a candy bar and told her to go back to the other kids. Colleen did something Tim had never seen a child do before. She took the candy bar, broke it in half, and gave half of the chocolate to the boy in Tim's arms. In that moment, Tim suspected the truth was in front of him. This boy and Colleen were brother and sister. He assumed that Colleen was following him because she knew he might take her little brother away, the way she had watched so many of the other children be taken by white men who came to buy them. Why would this little girl who was near starvation give her brother the chocolate? Tim explains that she was hanging on to the light inside her. Amidst the horrific things going on around her, she maintained her light. What is light? It's the choice to care for another. We keep and grow the light within us when we reach out and save someone. Light is compassion, and light is love. Tim says there is only one thing I know for certain. Light and darkness can never share the same place at the same time. The key is knowing how to keep the lights on inside, no matter how dark it is outside. This little girl kept the lights on inside by looking outside of herself and doing what she could. She couldn't save her brother from this orphanage, and she couldn't save him from being sold, but she could give him half her chocolate bar. After leaving the orphanage that day, Tim could not stop thinking about the brother and sister. Although he had trained himself emotionally to disconnect as a survival tactic, this time he could not detach. Tim and his wife, Catherine, brought these 2 Haitian orphans home to live with them. They now live in the United States, and their last name is Ballard. Light does overcome darkness. We all make mistakes. We each have the power to reject darkness and replace it with light. Sorry, I have to get a drink real quick. Keeping the lights on. If we want to see people with clarity, to connect and have compassion on them, we need to feed the light within us. It's nearly impossible to see if our lights are out. Sometimes darkness comes into our lives through no fault of our own. Chemical imbalances, traumatic experiences can make it especially difficult to feel the light. I am grateful for medication, therapy, and all resources dedicated to helping those of us affected this way. Darkness can also come from bad decisions. It can also come from being self-absorbed with pride or self-loathing, both of which cause us to focus inward. While self-care and reflection are imperative to living a balanced life, thinking too much about ourselves can cause that light to dim. Getting lost in our own problems can make it hard to recognize that we aren't alone. Looking outward helps keep perspective. When we focus only inward, it's hard to notice the people right in front of our eyes who may need us too. Or if we do notice them, we might not have the emotional energy to reach out. Making peace with ourselves clears space for us to help others. I love the analogy of the handheld mirror and how it relates to seeing outside of ourselves. When we hold a mirror close to our face, we can't see anything past it. We can't see if there's a person standing behind the mirror. All we see is our own face. It isn't until we put the mirror down we are able to see people, to be able to say, I see you, to someone and mean it. Now I just lost my space. Oh, I got it. We cannot be staring at ourselves in a mirror, either analyzing our imperfections or amplifying our accomplishments. When we look outside ourselves for opportunities to save people around us, light becomes more powerful, and our light is contagious. My husband and I lived apart for 5 weeks while he completed an internship. One evening, I was feeling dark. I called him and expressed my feelings. He asked if he could sing me a song on the guitar to help bring me peace. I cried on the bed as Rob played his guitar and sang to me from over 1,400 miles away. His light traveled across multiple states and got me through that hard night. It was a ray of hope that transcended the dark. Light is everywhere when you need it. As I am writing this, people all over the globe are physically isolating due to the coronavirus pandemic. Many don't leave their homes, and if they do, it's only for essential purposes, like grocery shopping or picking up a prescription. It is interesting to observe human behavior during this unusual time of social distancing. Whether it's watching people at Walmart, staying the mandated 6 feet away from others, or scrolling through my social media newsfeed, I see a wide spectrum of reactions. Some people are scared. Some people are overwhelmed. Some people turn on each other under the stress of uncertainty. Mostly, I have seen light. I have seen the light in the Costco employee telling us jokes while we stand in the line awaiting our one allotted package of toilet paper. I have seen the light in the text message that read, "Does your family have everything you need?" Or, "I am headed to the store. Can I get you anything?" I have seen the light in the smiles of people all around me as they walk on the other side of the sidewalk out of respect for our human race and the pandemic we currently face. I watched people decorate cars, parade through the neighborhood while honking their horns and their happy birthday signs. They came from a 13-year-old boy who couldn't have a party with his friends on his special day. I have seen inspirational quotes written in sidewalk chalk during our community's spontaneous Chalk the Walk event. Our family won the Best Christmas and Easter Award for our depiction of Whoville, the Grinch, and his trusty dog Max. That's a made-up award if I ever saw one. Rob and I loved the award as much as our kids did. The person who left it found a way to connect, to show our family that our messy, chalky illustrations have been noticed. It doesn't matter how old we are, we all want to be noticed by someone. I have seen people gravitating towards connection. I have seen light in people so bright that it shines from more than 6 feet away. In 1948, a C.S. Lewis essay was published entitled, "On Living on an Atomic Age." His words seem to relate to our current world situation as we face our own uncertain future. He wrote, "This is the first point to be made. And the first action to be taken is to pull ourselves together. If we are all going to be destroyed by an atomic bomb, let that bomb, when it comes, find us doing sensible and human things. Praying, working, teaching, reading, listening to music, bathing the children, playing tennis, chatting to our friends over a pint and a game of darts. Not huddled together like frightened sheep and thinking about the bombs. They may break our bodies, but they need not dominate our minds. C.S. Lewis had it right. Hi, Danny. Thank you for joining. And hi, Robin. And hi, Jessica. C.S. Lewis had it right. We feel hope when we refuse to let our fear dominate our minds. We add light to a situation when we serve our fellow citizens, even if we cannot be on the same aisle. When obstacles try to block us from each other, we can find creative ways to connect with each other. I have a sister who might be more extroverted than I am. You'll hear her before you see her. In the light of social distancing we have experienced during the coronavirus pandemic, she sent me a meme that said, "Introverts, put down your books and check on your extroverted friends. We are not okay." I laughed. We extroverts are okay when we find creative ways to connect. We have to find a way to share our light no matter what kind of vert we are. Light is service. Service is light. We can share our candy bar. We can play our song. We can buy our neighbor some extra toilet paper. We can do something. Our light is like a muscle. The more we use it, the stronger it gets. If we share our light with other people, it's unlikely we will ever lose it. We'll be happier for it too. Quality of life and saving lives. Light is a win. The bottom line. We each have a light inside of us, and service makes it grow. Light helps us see people with compassion, giving us a greater ability to connect with them. When we put down the mirror, we will see who needs us today. So that was, let's see, I think I said that was chapter 10. That was chapter 10 from the book I See You. I have been reading this book every Sunday because it has helped me be more compassionate. It has helped me see people the way people need to be seen, right? To connect in a deeper way, because you don't know whose lives you'll be saving. For those that reached out to me, I know how they saved me. And it inspired me to want to go out and connect and save everybody I can. I am an extrovert, and there was a time I was not okay. And what I needed was help to remember that there was a light out there. And it was time for me to put down all of those things that held me down, right? For those of you that know me, seriously, I locked myself away for, oh my gosh, what could have been, I can take my glasses off now because I'm not reading. But it locked me away for a good year. And I was self-absorbed, right? All I could see at that time was my pain. All I could see at that time was everything I had lost. And I just was on a cycle. It repeated and repeated and repeated to the point I wanted to die. It was awful. It really was. And I don't remember how or why it changed that one catapult. I just seriously woke up one day and said, I haven't lost a fucking thing, pardon my language, because I didn't. You know what I gained? A life. Oh, and I don't want to cry. I gained a life. And, oh, I am going to cry. Gosh dang it. Connections mean everything to me. They do. Friendships mean everything to me. They do. My family means everything to me. They do. And I tapped into that. And from that came a passion like I have never had in my life, which is to help people. To help people by seeing people, by sharing my life with people so that they too know they are not alone in their struggles. Right? I want to talk to people. I want to expand my network of friends. Right? For those of you that live through horrible things, it's time to figure out how to overcome them. Right? I am not a rape victim. I am not small fiber neuropathy. I am not depression. I am not alone. I am Dawn. And I am an imperfectly Dawn, and I embrace that. I do. And for any of you, seriously, that want to overcome something and you're stuck, okay, reach out to me, please, because I can help you. I really can. And for those of you that seriously did not listen to any of the chapters that I have read on Sundays, please send me a message, because I will send you a link to every single one of them on YouTube so that you can watch them in order. I think you will be amazed at all the inspiration that is in this book. This is my third time reading it. This is a book I will read over and over again, and you want to know why? Because every time I do, I get something new from it. Have you ever had a book that you just knew you could not get rid of? I could not get rid of this book. I cannot get rid of my book called The Secret. Actually, I'll have to take a picture of it. I have a stack of books that sits on a, you know how you can have those little tables so you can eat at your chair? What do they call those? Anyway, it's the little fold-up tables that you can put up and you can sit at your chair and eat if you don't want to sit at your table. I have one of those, and it's got books stacked, probably a foot high, because I've made it my mission to read more. TV tray, thank you. I knew they had a name, duh, because they were thinking you were only eating at your chair to watch TV and multitask and eat. Isn't that funny? That's how that got that name. My goodness. You know, and Danny, I have to say, you did a look kind of like this. I tweaked it a little, and I thought, why not? You are gorgeous, my friend, and I feel so blessed to know you. I do, sweetie, and I would love to talk to you on the phone one of these days again. I know you are a busy, busy chica, honey, but we have got to get things going again. Thank you. Thank you. Decided to do something a little more bold and fun, right? Why not? Why not? So anyway, seriously, for any of you that want the rest of the chapters, please do message me because we're almost done with the book. I know we have lost our talks, and I know it's never too late to get them back. Never. And I will never forget that we need to either. So you tell me when you're ready, and I will be there with bells on, honey. I will. But anyway, I will post a link to this book in the comments when I'm done. So you guys can pick this up. It's a great book. I would recommend it. Either that, save my YouTube channel because they are all out there in order. And once I'm done, I will download this. Oh, I just scratched myself. Well, that wasn't funny. I had an itch and I guess I got something, so now I'm bleeding. Well, my goodness, look at me. So anyway, that's that. But seriously, I will link my YouTube in this because right now I have a couple makeup things, but mostly it's my book reading. It is a passion of mine. It is. And when this book is done, I've got another book all lined up. And you guys are going to freaking love that one too. Every Sunday. I aim to please. I aim to come on at 5:30 Mountain Time. Every Sunday I will be here. Unless something happens. Knock on wood. Right? But thank you guys so much for joining. Oh, I know. You never know who you're going to save through your words. You don't. You never know who you can inspire. You never know who you'll help. So show up, right? Talk about things that really, really, really mean something because you don't know whose life you'll be saving. You don't. So thank you guys for joining. I did forget to do my housekeeping, so I will do it even though it's late in the game. If you come on and you see that light up at the top, that means you are on live. Thank you for joining. If you don't see it, please put #replay in the comments, okay? And if you found this to be inspirational, good, or anything, please shine it, okay? You don't know who needs to hear these. You don't. That is in the bottom left-hand corner, and it rhymes with care, but it starts with SH. Shine that baby out because you don't know whose life you're going to save. I absolutely love you all, and as always, please stay happy, healthy, and safe until I see you again. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.